Hello! My name is Osrin Fire, still slightly sick, and welcome back to Third Age Total War, the Dwarves of Orocarni. And I just decided to start it because the Battle of the Five Armies little card thing showed up here, and of course I love to read things to you people, because you guys love to hear me read things to you at a speed that's just ever so slightly, ever so slightly too fast. So let's get to it. The Battle of the Five Armies. The Battle of Five Armies is an important battle waged in Third Age 2941. The warring armies met on and near the Lonely Mountain after Bard the Bowman killed the dragon Smaug. Prior to the battle, the men of the lake and the wood elves had laid siege to the dwarves of the Lonely Mountain when 13 dwarves in Erebor under Thorin Oakenshield refused to share any of the treasure they had recaptured from Smaug. As a result of Thorin's refusal to share any of the treasure, the dwarves were trapped in a bloodless siege, with Thranduil and Bard hoping to wait him out. However, Thorin had sent Thorin had sent messages of his plight to his relatives using his messengers, talking ravens that lived on the Lonely Mountain. These reached Dain the Second Ironfoot of the nearby Iron Hills, and they marched to Erebor with 500 heavily armed dwarves, most of them skilled veterans of the War of the Dwarves and Orcs. When Dain's forces arrived, battle was almost joined between the two sides. Now 3 armies were on the field. But at the last moment, Gandalf intervened between the two and revealed that while they were bickering amongst themselves, the Orcs in Misty Mountains and Grey Mountains under Bolg were using the opportunity to march against them. They had been incited by Gandalf's earlier slaying of the Great Goblin, but had now mobilized for a full-scale attack after hearing news of the death of the dragon and now relatively unguarded treasure hoard. The battle. The 3 commanders agreed that the goblins were the enemies of all, and previous grievances between them were put on hold in face of a greater threat. They arranged their forces on the 2 spurs of the mountain that lined the valley leading to the now sealed-off Great Gate of Erebor, the only entrance to the mountain that remained unblocked. The 500 dwarves and 200 or so lakemen formed upon one spur over 1,000 elves on the other, while a light rear guard lined across the mouth of the valley to lure the goblins between the 2 spurs of the mountain and thus destroy them. Bilbo Baggins tried to sit out the battle on Raven Hill, which is held by the elves. Soon the goblins arrived, and now 4 armies were on the field, and at first the plan worked. They were lured into the choke point and took heavy losses. However, due to their superior numbers, the allied free peoples did not hold the advantage long. The second wave was even worse than the first, and now many goblins scaled the mountain from the opposite side and began to attack the arrayed forces from above and behind, as the main wave pressed forward. The battle raged across the mountain, and then a great noise was heard. Thorin and his 12 dwarf companions inside the mountain had thrown down a section of the stone wall they had erected across the mouth of the gates, killing many goblins. Thorin and the company emerged, covered in the best armor and armed with the best weapons in Erebor. Then Thorin yelled, "Rally to me, my kinsfolk," and charged down into the valley to join the battle, with many dwarves and many men and elves joining them. Thorin advanced through the goblins' ranks all the way up to the gigantic goblins that formed the bodyguard of Bolg, but could not get past them. The battle degenerated into a chaotic close-quarters melee, with no quarter asked or given. As the battle was turning fully against the free folk, a large army of giant eagles of the Misty Mountains arrived, led by Gwaihir the Wind Lord. Bilbo was the first to spot their entrance on the scene, and there were 5 full armies in the field of battle, and began shouting, "The eagles are coming," a shout that was then continued among the other troops of the free folk. At this point, Bilbo was knocked in the head by a large stone thrown by a goblin from above on the mountain. He was knocked out. With the support of the giant eagles, the battle turned back against the goblins. Then Beorn himself arrived at the battle, apparently having heard news that a large army of goblins was on the move. This time he did not appear in his former shape of a giant man, but in that of a gigantic bear. Beorn drove through the goblin lines, but paused to carry the wounded Thorin out of the battle with his paw. Beorn then returned to the battle with even greater wrath and smashed the ranks of the bodyguard of Bolg, ultimately killing Bolg himself. The goblins eventually panicked and scattered, to be picked off by the hunting forces from the victors later. Thorin Oakenshield had been mortally wounded on the field, and his nephews Fili and Kili died defending him as he lay on the ground with shield and body. Thorin died soon after the battle, after meeting Bilbo one last time. After defeating the goblins and wargs, the victors divided the treasure. Bard took Bilbo's 14th share of the gold and silver in return for the Arkenstone, whereupon he shared his reward with the master of Laketown and gave the Elven King Thranduil the Emeralds of Girion. Bilbo, despite having forfeited his share, was offered a rich reward by Dain Ironfoot, but refused to take more than 2 small chests of gold and silver. It is said that 3/4 of the goblin warriors in the north were killed on that day. Wow, that's a long write-up. But I appreciate... voice! What the hell? But I appreciate it. God, voice. Why, voice? Why? No, but I do appreciate the, Ooh! Ooh, the snow's gone. Ooh! Okay, so the harsh weather finally broke, I guess. Finally. Jeez. Okay, it's making me slightly dizzy to keep scrolling the map like that. Okay. That's fantastic. I love that feeling of dizziness. Yeah. Okay, I gotta recruit some more protectors because I realized, wait, I should have more bowmen to protect my, I should have more bowmen around to protect my, to protect, you know, to shoot the drakes, because clearly they were highly effective last time. So, I might as well train more of them. I should hit the space bar there. Let's see, what can the spy discover? Let's see, these are still the same region. We discovered the village at the foothills here. Wait, what does it say? Rebel Gathering, Civil Wars, okay. Oh, here we are, Lothduin. Okay, so that's the new, that's the next region over. Okay, so I have at least 2 settlements to take to have control of the entire Orocarni Mountains, I think. Of course, it's only like part of my concerns at the moment. At any rate, let's not linger overly long in the turn. Let me just get a bearing of what exactly I'm trying to do here. Let's see, what is not building? Okay, this is not building a building. Let's see what we can build. Okay, let's build a market here. And this is still building the barracks to give me a southern, drill square rather, to give me a southern, like, the southern, like, pikeman recruitment place thing. Shut up. Yeah, look at that. The mountains look normal now. Yay. Well, rather, they look less snow-covered. Well, that text resolution's low. Okay. High. Okay. That's a little trippy. Well, okay. Excuse me. So apparently some of these high peaks are maybe a little too high to, you know, because we could see right through the world with them. So apparently the water is under the world because of that. Yeah, never mind. I'm overthinking it. I'm just going to stop overthinking it. Gonna save the game, Orocarni 1, and I shall return, hopefully with something interesting actually happening. Alright, let's see what we've got going for us. Enter report. Good to know. Construction report. Wilderland camps in Zahargathal. And what was the other one? Yes, a drill square in Azan Kizdin. Let's make a market there then. Okay, so there's the Stonefoot pikes. Okay, they'll probably be handy eventually, right? Right? Ah, gosh, my everything, clearing my throat for everything. Aye. Etc. Okay, nope. What? Wait, well, no. Oh, soldiers. Okay, it gives you a soldier count. I never noticed that before. Was that always there? I didn't want to go off the road, for crying out loud. I just went off the road and climbed up the mountain for no readily apparent reason. Okay, let's see. It's off this way. Ah. Ruins of Lothduin. Wolves. Ooh, wolves. That's a little... It's a little unsettling. Rebel. Chieftain, Patriarch, Adult, and Young. Interesting, interesting. And that's the other reason you can't spread out too quickly. These rebel garrison forces are a little tough. Lord Nerwi. Tatya Recusari. Avarin Rami. Okay. Okay, don't do that. Save. Orocarni 5. Nope.
What is it you wish to discuss?
What do we wish to discuss? Would you like trade rights?
Acceptable, but only just.
Oh yes, because trading is certainly such an awful thing. To use of Orocarni blacksmiths in my capital. Oh joy, blacksmiths. That's what I was looking forward to. No, not anything useful, just blacksmiths. Or more useful rather. I mean, it's not like they're useless, it's just they're not as useful as they're not as useful as they sound. I mean, sure, I used it to crack the enemy's line last time, but it's just, you know, that was kind of, you know, A lucky break sort of thing going on there. Let's build a large pig farm here, actually. I really need to get a handle on my population growth, because it's still negative. It's still negative here, and neutral here, so... Guess that's where my money for the next 20 turns is going. Orocarni 5. Excuse me. Again. Disgusting. Alright, save game. Enter. Petition. Abundant revenues. Many small fork. Yes. Yes, small fork. I'm keeping the surplus this time, though. Construction complete. Now market in Ukibil. Okay, so I'm going to save up for, where are they? Something. Where are they? Where's the farm? There it is, communal grazing, okay. Grazing. Communal grazing. Okay. Alright, then the next step is to... Let's move you west a bit, I guess. Oh wow, this region extends quite a bit, doesn't it? You know, the settlement's up here. Okay. Well, that's okay. Doesn't really bother me, it's just interesting observation, as far as I'm concerned. The Caves of Hildorian. Alright, let's move on. Rebel the cunning. They're all cunning rebels. Stalks his prey. Promise a commander. Alright. Oh, the silence is bothering me again. Oh, the silence is so weird. But besides the valor of the elven people of that land, the power that dwelt there was too great for any to overcome, unless Sauron had come there himself. About Lorien, the Tale of Years, the Third Age. Alright, start the deployment. Let's figure out where the enemy's gonna be. Probably on the high ground. Probably. I mean, that's what I would do anyway. Or not. Oh, okay, that's... Okay, bunch it up, bunch it up, bunch it up. Disable your skirmish mode. No, disabled. Okay, never mind, they weren't in skirmish mode to begin with. Okay, never mind. Okay. Now, this is slightly inconvenient, actually. Because I was expecting to have straighter lines of fire. But I don't, and now I'm actually caught in a bit of a bad position. There we go, straight shooting now. Oh boy, here we go! Here comes the pain! Okay, we gotta... Okay, they broke rather quickly, by my dad. Shoot them. Yes!
General. Now only half the enemy force remains between us and victory.
Alright, end the battle. Oh god, my casualties were high, were really high again. Holy crap. Jeez, these drakes are a pain in the butt. Dwarves take such duties very seriously. Revenge, unfinished tales. Man, that's painful though. Yay, we plundered their booty. That didn't sound right. I have all 4 warrior units still, no 2 no less. Alright, so that is the path between Zahar, Gathol, and Ulkbil cleared out. That's definitely, I see that it's already increased their income. Gonna head north, because they're gonna... Should I head north or should I head south, actually? Well, I'm already heading north, so might as well just keep going. Let's get a couple of pike units ready. Well, so much for saving my money. See, this is all Orocarni Mountains, so there's nothing to capture. There's gotta be something to capture over here, clearly. There's also gold. I should get that. Yeah, I'm gonna send this guy back north here. Well, you, Philly, head to the south, I guess. Try to figure out what a good, like, scouting path is. Alright, save the game to Orocarni 4. And let's end the turn yet again. That wasn't a bad battle, though. I didn't lose a lot of guys. Well, I didn't lose, like, a unit. Like, it didn't merge or anything automatically, so that's always good. So, let's go. How are the rebels at the top of the financials? What? No, never mind. Never mind. Construction complete. Large pig farm in Zahar Gathol. Yay, positive population growth. That's always a nice thing. Liners. Is there anything else that increases population down here? Not that I'm gonna... Public health bonuses. Yeah, the public health bonus ones would actually help. Alright, Azad Kizdin. So let's give that a large pig farm now. Deplete all my funds doing it. Oh, wait, no. Azad Kizdin, hold on. I guess I need to retrain my armies real quick.
Aye, sire.
And that requires more money than I have to spend on that.
Aye. Aye, sire.
Aye, sire. Oh, these are Dwarven Forgers, right. Which are a different unit, I think, that aren't quite supposed to actually be here. It'll take a few turns for these guys to get down here anyway, so that's okay. Yep, hey, north. Head north. Head north, Nar. Okay. That's a good Nar. Oh, that's controlled by, Rune already. Okay. So apparently I don't have as much buffer as I thought I did. Though admittedly, Admittedly, Rune's probably gonna be an easier foe than Drakes, so... Because, jeez. Well, I guess I'm waiting a few turns, so I'll be back again. Oh, look at that, a quest to initiate diplomatic relations via Shasai Riyadh. Probably not going to happen, though, because they're too far away. From my diplomat, anyway. Communal grazing in Ulkibil. Yeah, it's been a few turns. It's been very little happening. So I figured I'd skip a few turns and move on. All right, let's take on these drakes. What is your bodyguard made up of? Adults, really? All adults? 73 adults? Well, I guess it's not 73, actually. They count as several people. I don't know how that works exactly. Orcs and trolls occupy parts of the now empty mines of Moria, the peoples of Middle-earth. Start deployment. Let's see. Let's not get our axemen damaged either. Nope. Let's put these guys up here. Alright. Okay. Alright, so let's put these dwarves here. Actually, put them in shield wall, then put them here. And then put these two in shield wall and put them directly behind them. And then have the pikes on their flanks to cover them. Okay, and then these guys can come up here as reserves. And these guys can... Let's back this up a bit, actually. And put these up here. Not the best formation still. Let's see if we can't shift these over a little bit. So they have a slightly clearer firing path. Start the battle. Yeah, they haven't taken any high ground, so it looks like they're going to fight it out too. Alright. I'm hoping that the doubled line here will help to keep them from punching through to reach the axemen, the throwing axemen rather. And then I can have the pikes come in on their flanks, because I'm assuming they're going to attack the center. That's kind of the idea. The first arrow volley! Units march! These dwarven archers are pretty powerful, but it looks like they have very low ammunition reserves based on the how fast that bar is going down on 2 volleys. I love how they make horse sounds. Oh! Well, that went well. Oh, crap, they're going after the pikes. That's unexpected. Okay, they routed. Heavy casualties being incurred again.
The enemy force remains between us and victory.
For having lost their commander, they're surprisingly resilient right now. We'll have to give them what for? All right, it finally broke. Jesus, my casualties are horrendous again.
Go to only the greatest of men.
Greatest of men. Oh, we're dwarves. And a power and terror seem to be in it to go. To be in it and to go before it. The Balrog, the Bridge of Khazad-dûm. Alright, so the pikes were at least a good decision. Sort of. They still took heavy casualties. But they took less casualties than the other dwarves, so that's definitely a good thing. Gosh, this is I gotta be honest though, this is actually a bit of a pain though. Like this is more difficult than I think it's really worth at the moment. Like I get it, it's supposed to be hard, but this is a little annoying. Yeah, like I'd rather not be taking such high casualties constantly, and thus having to fall back constantly, because I can't besiege anything with my my numbers kind of whittled like this. Can't do that. So I have to keep falling back and replenishing, and then going back out, and then falling back and replenishing, and then going back out. It's not my favorite way to be doing things. I'm not even gaining experience with anything yet, which is unpleasant. All right, anyway. That's a good point to the episode because I've been recording for a very long while. I'm going to be cutting out most of what I recorded, but I've still been recording for a long while. I have work soon. I have to eat still. So, thank you all for watching this episode of Third Age Total War: The Dwarves of Orocarni. I hope you're enjoying this submod as much as I am. Admittedly, actually, I'm still a little iffy on this because this start is really slow, and I must admit that I'm not an adrenaline junkie, but I do like a little better pacing than this. But at the same time, it's not bad so far. There's definitely the drakes are still definitely an interesting mechanic, regardless of how much they slow down the game. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Check the links in the description below. Check out my Twitch channel, Facebook, and Twitter. Check out X-Flight 2015, and I will catch you next time as the Dwarves of Orocarni continue to try to defeat the drakes of the wild north. Until next time, everybody.
It's after me.
Oh God!
Keep shooting at it.
Thanks for helping, by the way, Josh.
You happened after I went inside.
Well, you could come back out and shoot me.
There's a whole bunch of registers in here, guys.
Nice. Got fed up.